welcome back to Behind the Box. Today, we're bringing you a review of Lisboa! This was sent to us by Board Game Exposure, so just to be clear, we haven't paid for the game, but that won't impact the quality of our review.
Right, Lisboa. We've had a bit of a struggle trying to even figure out how to explain this game. It's a city building game, it's competitive for 1 to 4 players, tile laying, resource management, hand management. It's kind of everything in a really heavy Euro-style game.
It's very strategic.
Very strategic, yeah. So ultimately, it's based around the historical event that actually occurred where Lisbon had an earthquake, and then a tsunami, and then several days of really bad fires that almost destroyed the town completely. You're all working as officials high up in this government trying to help rebuild this city. So you'll be doing this by gathering resources and selling them to try and fund the building of new buildings to recover these streets, using the old rubble. That's a really cool mechanic in it. They use the rubble to actually build stronger buildings going forward. You'll be visiting the king and the prime minister to try and get them to help you and offer aid. Going to the church to try and get them to give you aid. So it's a really vast board of opportunity.
Yeah.
You can go and do so many things. And honestly, there's too much for me to really get into. But the theme is very unique, very interesting. With that being said, and I'm going to be honest straight off the bat, we have played this game once. And reached a point when, going forward, we were both considering just stopping, and we pushed through to be able to do this review.
Yeah.
And I want to stress, it is not the game's fault. This is us. We have played heavier games before, like Food Chain Magnate, Feast Road, and even Vinyos that we've reviewed previously. And after each of those games, we came away and we were like, yeah, that was actually really enjoyable. I can see where I went wrong, what I could do next time, and I'm looking forward to playing it again. This was past that threshold of difficulty and complexity to the fun level and the enjoyment level for us.
Yeah, I agree. It was a little too complicated for us to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's not to say that other people won't enjoy it. The whole time there were little things that I was appreciating about the game, and I wrote them down so that I wouldn't forget because it was over 4 hours.
That was with learning from scratch and, setting everything up.
Yeah. So, right off the bat, it is beautiful. It's such an elegant design from the box, the cover of the box, to the inside of the box as well.
Really well done.
That's well done, and you're taking out pieces to reveal more things inside the box. It's really nice. When you've got the board out on the table, that looks lovely. The player boards that you have are layers of cardboard, and they're inset. So all of your little cubes and pieces can rest safely and securely inside your player board. And even the underside of the player board has that same design. So when you're slotting little cards in underneath your board, they are staying secure, and I love that. So often it's frustrating when you have to slide things underneath your board.
You have to keep picking the board up just slightly, and it shifts everything about.
Things are disappearing, and you're swacking things around. Yeah, it's. But this was really well thought out. They thought of everything when they were designing this game.
Yeah,
and it shows.
All the, like you said, the graphic design. Ian O'Toole, he did Vinyos as well, and we loved the design of that. He's quickly become one of my favourite artists in the board game industry. His stuff is so good.
It's really talented.
And we should mention that even though it's extremely complex, the design of it wasn't lost on us. It's so elegant. The systems that Vital's put into this game and how it all interacts, the theme and the mechanics. Again, we said it with Vinyos. It goes perfectly. It's like he really thinks about that. He's done it again. It really, really works. It was just so much for us to enjoy it as well. Yeah, there's like about 6 or so different actions you can take, but each of those actions is kind of got 3 actions in it, and each of those have kind of got 3 actions in. So there's just a lot, and they're all extremely unique. Yeah, there's a lot to keep track of.
It's definitely a game of possibilities. There's a lot to do, a lot to think about. If you struggle with games that have so many choices, maybe it's not a game for you. But I can see a lot of people really enjoying this game. I do want to mention the rule book. It was quite helpful for us. We spent a lot of time learning the rules. Quite a bit of time learning the rules. But the rule book, I liked that it had pictures, images in there to help you learn and figure out what it is they're referring to. So they're not just saying, oh, put such and so next to this thing, and they're just using these words that you don't know, and there's nothing for you to go off of, and you just have to kind of try and figure out what it is they mean. No, there's pictures there to guide you, so you know, I've got to put this piece right here on this part of the board. It's very helpful. It
is really good. Yeah, the rulebook was great. It was the same with Vinyos. I think they just know what they're doing. They put those together in such a way, because they know that the games are quite heavy and complex. They want to make the learning process as easy as possible. Obviously, there's still a lot to learn, and so there will be rules errors. We definitely made errors in our game, but. Yeah, like I said, to me, the biggest takeaway is that we are not going to be the best judge of whether this game is for you if you like Euro games. If you are somebody that doesn't really care for co-ops or lighter games, and actually Food Chain Magnate and Feast for Odin are not just, that was enjoyable and surprised me at how much I liked it, but more, no, that's the level of game I'm at, then this game would probably be perfect for you. You'd probably love that step up. However, if you like us, and those games are games that you go, yeah, I enjoyed that more than I thought that I would, this might not meet that same level for you. It's not the game. That's the biggest takeaway I want to make here.
It's just us.
It's us. It's us, not you. So, yeah, that's the final thoughts really are, I'm probably never going to play this game again.
Yeah.
But that's because it just was too much for me to enjoy. That's the biggest. I can't stress it enough. I don't want people to think, they hate the game and the game's not good. It's a fantastic game.
It is lovely.
Yeah. How about you? What are your final thoughts?
Yeah, I just do not have time for this kind of game. Nor do I have the energy for it. So, definitely would never play it again. But, it was a marvelous game. It certainly is impressive. I know it's like an echo in here. We keep saying it, but
I feel like it is important because I want people to know that I'm extremely impressed by this game. It's not for us. Biggest takeaway I can say. Right, we'll leave links down below to the Board Game Geek page. I highly recommend that you check out the other reviews that are on the Board Game Geek page, because there'll be people that are more comfortable with this type of game that can better articulate the feelings behind the game than we can. We've struggled with that because it's been such a heavy game for us. So, yeah, if you want more information, that's the best recommendation I can give you.
Yeah.
And I'll leave our social medias down below as well as Board Game Exposure. But until the next one, we'll see you soon.
Bye. So just to be clear, we haven't paid for the game, but we will. What am I?
That's all right. That's all right. You're doing great. It's me. This is all me.
It's not you. It's me.